What's up guys, and welcome back to another EVE Online video. So today is the start of the Winter Nexus event 2023, which is always a really good event for farming and whatnot. So good news for all of us there. I am running the Wightstorm forward operating bases in HiSec currently, and that's what this Wightstorm forward base, and that's what this video is. You'll have to excuse me for the slight rush job here. I've literally just stepped off a plane. I'm at an airport hotel, and tomorrow morning very early I'm getting on another plane. So this is a little bit rushed, but I do want to do my best to get a video out at the start of the event. So I've scrambled together a Praxis fit. The reason I wanted to go Praxis is twofold. One, I want to keep it accessible and not super expensive. So you know, you can definitely do these sites in something smaller than a battleship. You could do it in a Aquila, no problem. I imagine you could do it in a couple of other cruisers or battle cruisers. Drake for sure, I'd have thought. But I've gone battleship because they will be highly competitive. All these sites will be very highly competitive. You will be racing other people for them, and people will be running them in all sorts of stuff. But you know, we've already seen, sat here, there was a Varga. There's a Kronos running in this system as well, and they will flick through them super fast. I'm actually probably going to get unlucky and the guys will clear these before I get a chance to carry on with the video, but I've just thrown this fit together. The other reason I wanted to go battleship was because I thought I'd be able to shove my, initially this evening, I thought, well, I would just shove my buzzard in my frigate escape bay and then hopefully be able to go hacking as well, right? You could then take a filament to the ice system and just take a battleship and frigate in the escape bay and then go hacking and do two parts of it. I actually think CovOps maybe can't go in there. I need to look into that because it wouldn't let me put the buzzard in there, and it might be because there was something in the cargo hold, or it might be because it can't go in. I do need to check on that, but if you know the answer, please drop it in the comments. But also just bear that in mind. You could maybe, I don't know, bring a venture down and do the mining things instead in the fading volatile ice fields, for example. There's a bunch of stuff to do in this event. I really enjoy it. It's a great one every year, so that's exciting. So this one has just spawned, so QEE, remember that one, QEE. So the fit I've thrown together, I've just ran one site so far and it's not superb, I'll be honest. It really was just thrown together and it's a bit weak. Here's the Varga back. I've just gone blob fit, so just big tank, so shield extender 2s, multi-spec shield hardeners and shield extenders in the rigs to give me an EHP when everything's running of 122,000. And actually in the ice storms you then get 10% in thermal resistance as well, so that does go up even more. I've also just gone rapid heavies in the high slots. You might want to change that and go just heavy missiles or something, or you can go completely different. That's the glory of a Praxis, is you can, my skills are in missiles, but you go turrets instead. But rapid heavies coupled with the drones gives me a DPS of well over 1,000, which is nice. And then because most of the ships are quite small, I've gone then to help me hit them. So missile guidance computers with precision scripts, and we've got guidance enhancers in the lows. One of them is compact, so I can fit it. And then I've got 3 ballistic control system 2s and a damage control. And that's it. We're blob fit with missiles. Bam, that's what we're doing. But as mentioned, it hasn't worked brilliantly in that first site. It was fine. Don't get me wrong, it was fine. but I think we could do it. We think we could do it better. But the high-sec sites are pretty easy. So while we get warped in, let's just have a quick talk through what I did and what I was thinking. Get a battleship, chuck a frigate in the escape bay, get yourself a high-sec ice filament, the Dasher 1 or more, but get the Dasher 1s because if it's just you, and then just hop off, take a filament, end up in a metaliminal storm. That's where you find these things, in the metaliminal storms. What do I mean by that? They are specific regions of space where you find the events. So if you go into your map and you can go color by, you can see it in my recent, but if you go down to geography and statistics, you can find metaliminal storms. All of these locations are where you will find these event sites, and the red is the heart of the storm and therefore the most sites, and orange and then yellow as you move away from the heart have less sites. I got quite lucky and my filament just jumped me straight into solitude, so there's not, I mean there's a big numbers of people, but there's a lot of sites. So you warp in, you land on a gate, it's a single gated room, the Wightstorm forward base, single gated room. So in warp we will turn stuff on, and the first site I ran was literally just 2 waves. I had 1 wave of rats followed by the boss wave. Make sure you are collecting the points as you go because you want these, so as I'm warping in I can claim that. Now I've got to destroy 5 of them, and here we have 7 rats ready to kill. I'm going to drop my MTU just because, and let's start working our way through these things. I've got my Caldari Navy missiles loaded for now to try and help with the damage application. After I've cleared the frigates I will swap to Rage. I think I mean Fury as opposed to Rage. I do Fury on heavy missiles. Drone aggro is real. They go after the drones immediately, but you can see the missiles do apply pretty well to the frigates, which is nice. 500 damage from that, and the frigates don't stand up at all long. Come on, go after the Frostwing, and then we're blitzing through it. The numbings, all these things do specific E-War based on their name. So Hail Burst has a web and does quite a bit of damage. Numbing is nuke pressure, and so on. I'm not going to reload because I want to reload in a second. Because obviously one thing to bear in mind with your rapid heavies is they take ages to reload. 35 seconds. So you've got to bear that in mind and be ready for when the boss spawns. I'm going to pull drones for this one. Killed my 5, so claim another reward. And then we just got to kill the boss. And if it functions like the other sites, the boss will spawn after this wave. So we've got the reload going on while my drone's going and finish that rat off. And as quick as this. Let's have a quick look at the damage profile. I think it's the same for all the rats. The damage profile I'm not sure. They do this numbing ice white does primarily EM with a smattering of everything else, so you do want Omni tank. Pull them so they don't get aggro. You want to be dealing EM really because they seem to be primarily shield based. Here's the boss spawn. But I've been doing thermal because it's still a bit of a hole compared to the others. Alright, let's lock up the boss. Wait till he's aggroed us, drop drones, start firing missiles, and we go. One of the things while we're killing the boss, let's just check his profile as well. He is primarily EM thermal, but again still want Omni tank. Exactly the same resist profiles, so thermal is fine. You can see we get through quite quickly. I should have reloaded into the Furies, but I've left it on. in the navies, which is still fine. We get through them nice and fast. One thing to note with this patch as well, with this event, is just like in the Crimson Harvest event at Halloween, they have changed the Rex. You can't really see it that well on these ones, but because they're empty. But when we see the full Rex spawn in a second, you'll see they are wrapped gifts. They are wrapped presents, and when they are then opened, they turn into open boxes. This boss has a 2 million bounty plus drops all the loot. So there you go. There's our wrapped present. If I look at, can you see it in the middle of the screen there? And then when a little bow on the top, and then when it comes in, it will be unwrapped. I mean, this fit, I know I said it's not great, but it's done that really quickly. That second sight, I was slightly more sensible that time around. The problem with it is the shield regen. So you can get through it nice and fast, but it is going to take a long time for that shield to regen. So if you're going to use this fit, you want to use it in a system where you can just go and quickly dock or anchor or something. So let's have a quick look what we got. Oh, 15th tier is not bad. But not, I mean, that's not bad for, I don't know how long we've been doing this, like 5 minutes. We claimed our event rewards. We can scoop our MTU. And we can move on to the next one. But as mentioned, I am going to dock to let the shield no, I'm not. I'm just going to go straight into the next one. Let's go LZF. Are the guys still out running these? Yeah, so we've got a Megathron is out at the moment. So you can find out whether he's there by, if you do the scanning angle down to 5 degrees and then press V and click on the one you're going to, LZF. You can see he's not in the site. So we should be good to just jump in and carry on. So I'm going to just run another one of these and keep doing this for a little while until I collect all the points, because I am a skin, I love to collect skins. I've got all of the available Aurora Universalis skins so far, so I kind of have to do this so that I can maintain that. If you've found this informative, guys, please like the video, subscribe, and I will be doing in the next few days video on the hacking sites, and I'll probably filament down into Null with this and run around down there until we lose it, to be honest, or at least until the loot backs up to a nice level, because those sites are slightly different. There are different sites in Null and Low, and I think Lowsec has the hardest, but I'm not brave enough to fly in Lowsec. That place is too scary. So let's have a quick look at Daunting, and we've got Hellburst. We have a battle cruiser this time, so that will do a lot of damage. So I'm going to want to take that out quite quickly, if possible. The Dauntings are, okay, there we go, they are warp scramming, and the Darkling, is, like the Numbing, is doing cap nuke. So I'm going to get rid of the Dauntings as quickly as I can, because I don't particularly want to be scrammed on grid. Let's just get rid of you. Pull the drones, because they're about to take a lot of damage. Let's send you on to the battle cruiser. This is super fast. I mean, look at us go. We're getting through this wave really nice and quick, and then it should be boss. I mean, because it's so quick, we'll run 2. I am going to run this down, not to 0, because the annoying thing is if you go to 0, it auto reloads on the ammo that already had in, which might not be what you want, right? So I'm going to stop it now at 1 and reload to Fury, and then we'll see. But it's such a long reload time. That's the problem with these missiles. DPS is really nice, but such a long reload time. So drones have finished that off. We're halfway through our reload, and the chap should spawn any second. We've still got half our shield. Range is less now, it's now 62 kilometers, but that shouldn't be a problem. They burn in to get in close range. 1176. They burn in because they web and scram. And newt, I think. But they definitely web and disrupt. So you want to bear that in mind. You need to be able to either kite it, but really well. They do burst. You'll see them every now and again. They do a burst movement up into the 1,000 meters meters per second. So you want to be able to kite it well if you're going to stay out, or you just got to face tank it and out DPS it basically, which isn't too hard on this high sec site. But I mean, how long this has been? We've been inside way less than 5 minutes, and we're going to finish this. So you can blitz through them in this Praxis, which is really nice. It's just that we have to dock up after we run it. There we go, done. MTU will pull that in. We'll grab the loot and we'll get docked up. Complete this, claim reward, and we're pushing our way up through the event. But that's it. Let's see the loot. Get subscribed, give me a thumbs up please, and if you do, then obviously this loot's going to be pretty good. It's going to be at least 20 million. Oh, you guys didn't give me a thumbs up. Why? Why not? So mean. Alright guys. Catch you all in the next one. Cheers.